Hello, welcome to the weather report. It's 10 o'clock. It's January 15th, 2024, and sun and some clouds today and a very windy day, though the wind is finally starting to die down tonight. And it's not too bad out there, but you can see a sun and some patchy clouds around today. A lot of winds, though, for sure. And the winds have calmed down now, but earlier they were really going pretty quick, pretty badly. All right, Islip had a gust up to 37 today. It's right now 27. Dry air, dew point 8, but the winds have dropped down a little bit. Maybe it was a little worse out east. Let's see. A 41 mile an hour gust at Shirley today. I think West Hampton might have gusted at 41 as well. So, yeah, it was pretty windy today. Though not quite wind advisory criteria, but still pretty windy. Temperatures have dropped now into the mid-20s generally across the area. Though I do see some radiational cooling going on in New Jersey, where it's 21 at Miller Air Park. I guess the winds have dropped off enough for that to happen. We'll go ahead and look at our highs. And highs, we got into the mid-30s again, 34 at Islip. So mid-30s generally for highs, a little bit below normal. And let's see if Jersey was any warmer than that. Let's see if we can. 34, 32 at Miller Air Park, but fairly, mid-30s generally speaking. The lows actually did get down to 19 this morning, interestingly enough. I don't know if that's this morning or perhaps this evening, because we had wind this morning. So as far as across Long Island, lows were in the low 20s. Yeah, low 20s pretty much. So I'm kind of wondering about that. I bet that low of 19 was recorded tonight. I bet it was. Let's see if it was. Let's see. Yep, they actually got down to 19 this tonight, actually. Yeah. Oh, I see some clouds rolled in, so it actually caused the temperature to go back up. Interesting. Okay, well, looking at the satellite, you can see a patch of clouds. That's over New Jersey, so that probably makes sense, I guess. But hey, they did get down to the teens at least. And still some, like I said, Stony Brook. Let's see what they gusted to today. I'm kind of curious what they got up. Let's see what they had gusts probably. Yeah, they gusted to 44 today. Looks like 44 this morning. I see some gusts into the 40s. Yeah, it's pretty. When it gusts into the 40s, that's when it gets a little bit hard to walk around. Let's go to our statistics for today. And hopefully this is working again. High of 34 and a low of 23 at Islip. 5 degrees below normal on the high, just 1 degree below normal on the low, puts us 3 degrees below normal for the day. And still just 0.03 inches of liquid for the month of January. We're halfway through it, so it's been a pretty dry January. After a wet December, I guess it's not, because December was pretty wet, but it has been a dry month for sure. So we'll go to the weather map. Just a nice night tonight, actually. The winds have dropped off a little bit, and starlit, starry sky out there. Though we will have some more clouds rolling in by morning. Let's go to the weather map. No, that's not weather. So you can see the high pressure over us. We've got this little warm front here. And a disturbance. I don't think it's a technically warm front that's going to be bringing us, but we got a little disturbance here. Let's go to the surface analysis. I see a trough line there, but there's a little trough line that's going to be moving through tomorrow. That may bring some. It'll definitely bring more clouds, but it may also bring perhaps a flurry or two as well. Though the air is very dry, so I don't think you can clearly see this disturbance here. It's almost, they have it kind of represented as a warm front. Not really quite a warm front, but it's a disturbance that's going to be bringing a chance for some precipitation tomorrow. So go to the models now, and you'll see here's that high. So we get this little disturbance that rides through tomorrow, and then high pressure builds back for Friday. Friday will actually be a pretty nice day, I think, and not too cold. So let's go to the HRRR here. 0Z run of the HRRR. You'll see this disturbance approach. You'll see it has some light snow activity. It might actually, across the east end, there might be a little bit of light snow enough to maybe leave a light coating later Thursday night into Friday morning. But other than that, it's out of here by Friday, and we have a nice day. You can take a look and see what the HRRR generates for total snowfall from this, and it's very little. So it may be just enough to leave a little bit of a dusting. Well, maybe I'll put dusting. Coating may even be too much, but dusting of snow, perhaps over the eastern part of Long Island, perhaps. It's just like a little disturbance, and it might gain a little bit of energy from the ocean. So, but we're working against very dry air, so dew points here in the single digits overnight, and they're going to probably be there tomorrow too. Dew points 9, 10 degrees. You can see, and the winds go a little more west-southwesterly tomorrow, but they won't be as strong. That's the good news. It will not be windy tomorrow. And for Friday, we're going to have relatively dry air in place, dew points in the teens, northwest winds, and there should be actually plenty of sunshine. So that should be a nice day. As far as the lows tonight go, we do have some clouds around, so that might keep the temperatures up. But where there is radiational cooling, teens are possible. Everywhere else, probably low to mid-20s, more like low 20s. And then for tomorrow, high temperatures will be similar to today again, probably around 34 degrees. But tomorrow night, the temperatures won't drop as much because of the cloud cover that we'll have. And then for Friday, we'll have temperatures around average, probably upper 30s to around 40 degrees, which is around average. Maybe even a little bit above average, perhaps. Now, as far as skies go, we'll just look at a sounding, and we'll do 16Z here. And you can see these snow lines are pretty far apart, so this is indicating that we should have actually plenty of sunshine, hopefully, and not too many clouds. Maybe later in the day we might see a few more clouds. Let's go to the RGEM here. You can look at this and 18Z RGEM. Share the cloud cover. So tomorrow, obviously, you're going to have the cloud cover increasing. Start off with cirrus, and then we'll have thickening clouds, and then by Friday morning we should clear out. It should be a nice, mostly sunny day. In fact, the RGEM is showing no clouds at all for Friday, so that's pretty good. So let's go to the NAM next. Here's the NAM model. The NAM develops some clouds toward the afternoon, but other than that, it's fairly clear. But let's look at the NAM model for tomorrow and look at our system again. You can see it generally develops it mainly toward the east. So we're working with very dry air. So maybe some areas on the east end might get a coating of snow. But other than that, I really don't see anything too eventful going on. And the good news is, like I said, you see those isobars aren't bunched anymore. So finally we get a break from the wind so we can enjoy it, because the wind will be back next week. But that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather report. Have a good night.